Hi, this is Coach Judith. This is the second half of our episode in which Stephen talks about the code that he's created for his meta viral videos so that everybody can do just a little bit of coding and change his videos so they are unique to yourself and your neighborhood. We are going to be watching this video and I'm going to set it up here. But I just want to show you, we looked at this in the last half. This is the code that you could change and make unique to your situation if you changed these two clips that say cat event 2 and 3 to yourself saying your name and you saying your neighborhood. If you change this QR code and then if you change a little bit of wording here. So he's about, I believe, to describe this process to us. Let's watch.
Here's one of those lines of code now. This code, when run, gives me this video. Hi. This is a video made by...
Okay, so let's just look at the code. This basic base MP4, that's the video of Steven saying, hi, this is a video about. And that first meow that we saw, that was this cat event 2. Let's watch it again.
Run gives me this video. Hi. This is a video made by... but I'll be speaking on their behalf. Long story short...
I believe that's still the same clip. That's still Steven's cat Kitty, the same cat event 2.
Wants you to join a Facebook group, which you can find here or here. Why? To bring people in the...
Okay, that one was the second. Okay, so the first one, Kitty went meow, which I believe in cat is Kitty saying her name. That's this little video clip called Cat Event 2. Then when Steven said in the neighborhood and I believe Kitty went something like meow slightly differently, that was Cat Event 3. Now, as a person, if you're creating these videos, I hope that it'll be a little clearer. My translation between cat and English isn't so great. The other thing that he showed was a QR code, and you would have your own unique QR code. Steven's QR code, if scanned on your phone, takes you to a website that has a call to action to join his Facebook group. And you would create your own QR code that would take to your own website or even to your own Facebook group, whichever you chose, and whatever text you want. Let's watch it one more time and look for the difference in the two different meows. It's a little bit subtle, but let's watch it.
This code, when run, gives me this video. Hi. This is a video made by... but I'll be speaking on their behalf. Long story short, wants you to join a Facebook group, which you can find here or here. Why? To bring people in the...
Did you catch that? The meow was a little longer.
Area together to ask one simple question. What can we do to help?
All right, so the whole reason we're doing this is to help one another. We are all stuck in our houses. I was talking this morning to my mother-in-law and I asked her what she was going to do today because today is her birthday. And she said, well, I think I'll take a trip to my kitchen and then I might go into my backyard. And then after that, maybe I'll watch TV in my bedroom. So we are all stuck in this together in our homes. And so Stephen is hoping that by having a digital connection that'll help us get through this.
Here's the same line. Let's change something simple. And I'll waste one more sentence here, not really saying anything important so that you can have a chance to form a mental image of what that code will do.
All right, let's look at this code. Did you see what Stephen changed in the code? Here was the code. And then what he changed the words. So I think what you would normally put would be the website, the URL for the website that you want people to go to. But he's just putting in text. You could put in any text you want. But everything else, I believe, will run exactly the same. Let's see.
Simple. And I'll waste one more sentence here, not really saying anything important, so that you can have a chance to form a mental image of what that code will do when I run it. Will you notice the subtle difference?
We're going to notice, right?
Hi, this is a video made by, but I'll be speaking on their behalf. Long story short, wants you to join a Facebook group, which you can find here or here. Why? To bring people in the area together to ask one simple question. What can we do to help? Finally.
Okay, so I just always laugh when I see Kitty, but let's just replay that a little bit because it was kind of fast. There's the code, and there's Steven's video. There's Kitty. There's Kitty again. Did I miss it? There we go. There's the words cat swap instead of hello world. Now you would put in your own unique phrase there, your website, whatever. But that's the change in the code.
Or here. Why? To bring people in the area together to ask one simple question. What can we do to help? Finally, suppose I downloaded a completely random image from the internet. What would I need to change in my code to get that to work?
All right, let's look at the code here. So remember, this is the basic base where Steven says, hi, I'm going to have you. And then he points to the video running behind him. This is the first time Kitty is speaking her name. And then this is the second time Kitty is speaking her neighborhood. But here is this random photo of a troll that he downloaded from the internet. And he just swapped out the PNG file. Before it said QR code. Now it says troll, and then he changed the word. So just these last couple of lines is all he's changed here.
And what kind of video will it produce?
Let's see.
Hi, this is a video made by, but I'll be speaking on their behalf. Long story short, wants you to join a Facebook group, which you can find here or here. Why?
Oh, so did you see that? There it is. There's the words troll and the image troll. And everything else was exactly the same, right? Okay, let's do the why thing.
Bring people in the area together to ask one simple question. What can we do to help? Test-driven development requires thinking about the process of coding backwards.
Okay, so test-driven development, remember we talked about what this is at the beginning, and it does seem a little counterintuitive that you are trying to you create the solution in your head before you've actually written anything down about what in code about how you're going to do that. And sometimes the actual process of coding can be a lot easier if you know the end game, and other times maybe it's harder. Maybe you thought of this really cool solution or problem that you wanted to have solved, and you knew how you wanted to do it, but you don't have no idea how to code it. So let's hear him talk a little bit more about test-driven development.
Expert coders do it routinely. Novice coders usually struggle with it.
Yeah, sometimes you struggle.
When should the average student of coding be taught to think backwards from the value they will produce in the future to the code they are writing right now? Look, to be honest, I think it's a basic part of writing education.
So Steven has a very different and kind of new philosophy about computer science education. And I've heard him talk about this a lot, that you shouldn't be taught just how to code. You should be taught why you should be coding and all the cool things that you can do with knowledge of software. The other thing that I've heard Steven talk about, which he didn't mention in this video, but that computer science, computer languages, they are just languages, just like Spanish or Italian or French. And they should be taught just like languages. So instead of teaching them in a way that you're just learning, put a semicolon here and an open quote and a closed quote, you really need to be taught fluency in that language by just being immersed in it the same way that you would be taught a foreign language if you went to another country that spoke that language.
It doesn't matter if you're writing a novel or a script for a video or a play or a love poem or a piece of software or a function inside of a piece of software. No matter what you're writing, it's probably worth writing down at least a sentence about why you're doing it. And
Oh, yeah. It's so great, I think, to have your inspiration in front of you, why you're doing this. And like Stephen said, it's not just about software, it's not just about code. It's everything in your life that you produce, whether it's something you've written with words or something you've written with music or even something you've written with art. And I bet artists would actually even be a little better at this than maybe some of the other more analytical professions. But the inspiration for why you're creating this.
what value it will have after it's written. Write down why you're writing it. It's just one sentence. I think you should always write that part first. And if you can write that part with code, even better.
So, of course, Stephen always likes everything with code because he's a coder. So I think that my face is covering up some of these words. So I'm going to read to you what it says. TDD, which is test-driven development, is the art of writing what will happen and why before you write the code that does it. So that one sentence that you write down, why, what's the code going to do and why are you going to do it? Let's hear these last few seconds of that fun song. All right, that is the end of this episode. Thank you so much for joining us.